Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show today. We're going from farm straight to the counter, and after the break, we're climbing to Oklahoma's original resort town. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
And what are we talking about?
We're talking about stuff.
I'm going to let you in a little secret. I know you're going to be surprised. I'm the ham guy.
For Thanksgiving? Dude, that is just wrong.
Why?
It goes against nature.
To have ham at Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, I'm ham at Christmas. Never mind. Dang it. Cat's out of the bag.
So you're having turkey for Thanksgiving?
I am.
Who's cooking the turkey? Because obviously it's not you.
Father-in-law guy.
Is he already working on it?
No.
What does he do? Microwave it?
I don't know the old school techniques.
I'm assuming it involves a flamethrower.
No. You and him would get along great. He too likes to forage and shoot stuff with a spear.
So he is working on the turkey. You're just unaware that he's working on the turkey.
Nobody knows what he does. He disappears and then appears with a turkey.
Yes.
So
I don't like people being anywhere near the kitchen when I'm cooking a turkey.
What are I know you hate it, but I think with Thanksgiving foods, a top 5 isn't hard to come up with.
Top 5.
What's your top 5? Okay, the bird is a given.
Okay.
Top 5 sides.
Ooh. Apple sausage stuffing.
Your stuffing's good.
It is really good.
It's really good.
Apple sausage stuffing. Green bean casserole's got to be on there somewhere.
It has to be.
I don't. If it was given to me at any point in time outside of Thanksgiving Day,
yeah,
I would probably throw it in your face. But on Thanksgiving, in the spirit of Thanksgiving,
yeah,
for some reason, green bean casserole goes. Mashed potatoes, gravy.
I'll eat it cold.
Really?
Yeah.
I won't go near it unless it's Thanksgiving. But on Thanksgiving, I'll chow down.
See, leftovers. What's your rule on leftovers? Now they say it's iffy. They say, is it 3 days?
I don't know. Here's my rule on leftovers. I take all of the leftovers from Thanksgiving and I make croissants that are stuffed with Thanksgiving.
This is why I'm married twice and didn't do a very good job at it. I don't do that. I am the croissant and I stuff myself with leftovers.
Yeah, I take turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes.
I got you sidetracked. You didn't finish your top 5.
Okay, so I said my stuffing, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes and gravy.
Okay.
I love a good roll.
Yeah.
And something cranberries. I like cranberries, just cranberries.
I do. Dude, I'm kind of a sucker. If my cranberry sauce isn't ribbed, I can't eat it.
I can't see the can shape.
I mean, I can eat it, but it's got to be. I mean, there's a science to making a good cranberry sauce that's homemade, where you cook the cranberries down with the sugar and the lemon zest and the da-da-da-da-da. It's got to be done right.
Yeah, I'm not the person that makes that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have the patience for it.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I do too. I like the tart.
But I honestly, in a pinch, in a bind, I will eat the stuff that comes out of a can. If for some reason somebody doesn't show up to Thanksgiving dinner with homemade cranberry sauce, then I'm busting out an emergency MRE version of cranberry sauce.
100%.
Because it has to be there.
There has to be. There are 2 things that have to be a part of Thanksgiving: turkey and cranberry. God, I didn't even get to the dessert bar yet. Turkey, cranberry, pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie is a must, yeah.
It's a must. And you have to have, you can't have, how many containers of Cool Whip we got? 1. How many pies we got? 3? No. I need a half a container of Cool Whip on my pumpkin pie. It needs to be a Cool Whip stuffed pumpkin pie casserole.
I get that. Pumpkin pie is not my favorite.
Really?
I like pecan pie.
Yeah, I saw a recipe for pecan pie where they didn't use any
pecans.
No, they didn't use any. They didn't use any Caro syrup. They used basically brown sugar and made I don't know. I like a good pecan pie.
I think it's my favorite.
Yeah, I like it. I really like it. But I'll tell you a place we know of. I don't know if it's probably, well, it's too late now. If you didn't get your order in.
Oh, yeah, no, they're done.
They're done.
But we have talked about and done several videos on Heritage Farm and Ranch in Medicine Park.
Salt of the earth.
They are
salted, and they probably have salted caramel salt of the earth on their menu.
I imagine you still have opportunity for some sort of Christmas
something
food that, honestly, Heather is she's a culinary genius.
Yes.
You did your video about
the dessert flight
of all of the things that they had come up with for fall. And they were all pumpkin based for the most part.
Pumpkin centric. Yeah.
And I was shocked at the variety and the execution on every single one of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they put so much time and effort into their recipes.
This is Heather's jam. I'm 100% sure that neither Robert or Aubrey have anything to do with the recipes.
No, not at all.
Or the execution of the food portion.
No, it's clear who runs the show down there. It's not Robert.
I would agree. I think they will probably. I think if you asked Aubrey and Heather who's in charge,
it's clear.
They will say Robert, but you'll know when you look in their eyes that they don't really mean Robert.
Well,
like they tolerate him being in their area and they need him to go do something.
They kind of, when you say his name, they kind of do like an asterisk with their
like a wink,
like he's like a volunteer, like a junior firefighter. You're like, he thinks he's in charge. We give him the key. He thinks the key that he uses actually works. It doesn't, but ain't that right, Robert? Yeah, that's Robert in the background.
So, Heritage Farm and Ranch is family run and operated.
Uh-huh.
Robert, Aubrey, and Heather are the owners / operators.
That and also Willow Beverage Company.
Yes, and that I definitely will get to the Willow Beverage.
That's a whole other animal.
It really is.
It doesn't involve animals.
But this kind of started as a family tradition. They're trying to preserve some traditional farming practices, and Robert has passed down a lot of his ideas to his daughter Aubrey, and the execution. Honestly, this is one of those places where it's hard to quantify exactly what makes Heritage Farm worthy of being on our show multiple times.
Yeah.
And I really have yet to actually pin it down. They're great people.
Oh, yeah.
Their attention to detail, their attention to the little things that lead up to the finished product are all there.
And they take care of you.
Okay, we're not really following my normal show structure here.
We're not.
But I've got to step out and say it visibly bothers Heather if she thinks somebody's hungry
and doesn't eat.
I know.
How many times you went in there and you're like, "No, I'm watching my waistline."
Yeah,
and you could tell she's ready to throttle you.
Yeah, she's like, "No, you're gonna eat.
I will make something.
I'm gonna find your weakness. Is it cheesecake? We're gonna do cheesecake.
We're gonna do cheesecake, and it's keto." Yeah, Heather, like she is a mom.
She's great, and like I said, every single piece of food that I have tried,
never been disappointed,
not one time. But originally, they started as an open air market in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
They do the whole thing though, from the ground, to the finished product. They're raising the animals, growing the produce.
Yeah, they're doing the whole thing.
The whole thing, and they sell it all at Heritage Farm and Ranch, the market. They've got fresh produce, they've got homemade bread, pastries, canned goods, grass-fed and grain-finished beef, which I'm going to have to say is hands down some of the best meat I've ever had.
Yeah, you can taste the difference.
100%.
Yeah.
You and I destroyed some meat from Heritage Farm.
We fought over it. We
did.
fought over which daddy was getting the big piece of meat.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I got the big pork chop.
Right, you did.
So Robert handles the day-to-day operations of the farm.
Uh-huh.
He handles the cattle and manages the vegetable garden, ensuring everything that they get in their store is high quality and delicious.
Right.
If you ask Robert, he's probably the head of the organization.
Sure. Yeah.
And
for sure.
We'll definitely agree with that.
Yeah, he never, it's the thing, if you ask him something, he never defers to Heather or Aubrey.
Not one time.
I've never seen him do it. In fact, he silences them when they attempt to speak out of line, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's definitely a hierarchy there, and Robert's at the top of the food chain, literally and figuratively.
Another thing we didn't talk about is their canned products.
Dude, it's a picnic, but it's a picnic basket surplus. It's like the shop in like Elder Scrolls, when you go to pick up your potions and your lotions and your portions.
They have everything. And it's all uniquely theirs.
Oh yeah.
You can't just get plain pickles.
Show me where you get Haas sauce anywhere else.
Yeah,
nowhere.
I don't even know what that stuff is.
Not hot sauce, Haas sauce.
I don't know what it is, but I would literally eat it with a spoon.
I would marinate a steak in it.
I have
lick the marinade off of the raw steak and then cook the steak.
Just kind of scratching the surface.
Oh yeah.
It's really hard to wrap your head around how unique this little. I mean, it is a tiny storefront.
But you know what? They pack a big punch. When it's time to decorate for Halloween or fall, they go all out. They win. They've won. As a matter of fact, they won the award for like Yard of the Month or Business of the Month
from Lawton.
Lawton.
Yeah, you gotta do really well to be that far away from Lawton.
Yeah,
and get business, whatever it was, of the month. For a holiday season,
dude. And they're gonna do it again. They're killing it.
Speaking of killing it, though, Aubrey, Robert's daughter, she's the third generation of farmers at Heritage Farm and Ranch. From my perspective, she is one of those people that is too hip for me. Like,
you think?
Yeah, like she's up on all the trends. She knows
she can hold her own. She's snarky,
smart as a whip,
smart ass, all of it.
Probably. But her thing is the Willow Beverage Company.
Oh, man, she makes some hella good lemonades and limeades, dude.
So they have a full bar of...
name it.
I don't even know how to describe what they do. It's like an old school soda fountain.
Yeah.
Meets, I don't know, every flavor under the rainbow.
Dude. And she's always... if you're not following her Willow Beverage Company on TikTok and watching her literally crafted... If she comes up with an idea, it makes it happen.
If she comes up with an idea, it's going to be great to start with.
Yeah, for sure.
But she makes handmade teas, lemonades, different sodas.
Oh, yeah.
Again, most of it I don't get to partake in.
Yeah,
because I can't consume a lot of sugar. So I have to stick with the unsweetened, sugar-free versions.
The Womp Womp tea.
While you're over there partying it down with some crazy, dirty Dr. Pepper.
And slapping her
and
freaking
limeades.
And me and Robert are sword fighting with, Heritage Farm and Ranch burritos. That was fun.
It is a fun place.
Oh, it's fun.
It's in a fun town. Medicine Park is a great place just to go hang out. If you want to unplug for a minute.
Yeah. That's your jam.
Dude, it's gorgeous.
They're your jelly, for sure.
Go on a Wednesday night, go on a Tuesday night, in the middle of the week, just go, relax, unplug, sit next to Bath Lake and feed the ducks.
Drink a hot cocoa.
Or a dirty Dr. Pepper.
I'm pretty sure it's called something more. It's definitely not a dirty Dr. Pepper. I mean, come on, dude. Be creative.
I don't know what it was called.
A dirty 30 Dr. Pepper sugar-free latte orange macchiato.
Like I said,
chai.
I'm not cool enough to hang.
It's not about being... Dude, I've listened to you order a coffee, and this is why I don't order coffee at restaurants. Let me get a large Frappuccino
Bull.
venti.
Yeah.
I mean, you start rattling off stuff, man.
It's
Cold
a large iced cold brew with heavy whipping cream.
A foam reduction.
No foam reduction.
Balsamic coffee bean reduction. Anyway, you're cooler than you think.
But honestly, if you were looking for some really good food.
Oh, it's so good. Comfort food deluxe.
Dude, they have lots of things on the menu. They have sandwiches and fresh bagels and bread and desserts. But honestly, my honest opinion, you go in, whoever's standing behind the door or behind the counter, whoever's standing behind the counter, just tell them you're hungry.
They'll feed you.
And make me something good, and you will not be disappointed.
It's a wrap. They got you. And then tell them that we sent
you. They probably
you.
also can make you a wrap.
And then tell them that we sent you. Right?
Yes.
You'll get a free napkin.
It's 2 free napkins.
Oh, that's right. The Brett and Harley napkin.
Yes.
Bundle. The bundle package.
But they're right there in downtown Medicine Park.
You cross the bridge, hang a left. They're right there on the right-hand side.
I'm not sure what the building was before.
A jail.
Was it a jail?
Yeah, we're sticking with that. We were told it was a jail. And when Robert tried to talk, was it Heather or Robert trying to talk us out of it being the jail? We're like,
yeah.
Dude, stick with the jail.
They were like, it's a water pumping station from 1804. Like, no, it's a jail.
It's a jail, and this is where Jesse James hung out while he was on the run. That's the story I'm telling everybody.
But if you want more information about Heritage Farm and Ranch, check out their Facebook page, Heritage Farm Ranch.
And after the break, the oldest pharmacy with a parking lot in the state of Oklahoma.
Today's sponsor is Thinkability Incorporated.
Yes.
They are a not-for-profit agency that promotes independent living skills by providing community supports for people of all ages with developmental disabilities.
Yeah, they were established in Duncan back in 1982 as a group home. Now they've got 2 group homes, a 12-unit semi-independent apartment complex, a 20-unit modern apartment complex. I mean, listen, we spent some time down there with the Thinkability folks a few months ago, and it is a well-oiled machine. And what we didn't realize, we just went to a very small portion.
Their community garden.
Their community garden was actually I think it was their last weekend for doing that.
Of the season, yeah.
They do so much more than just a community garden and a little thingamajigger.
They do so much more than
they do. But they do so much more than a community garden.
Absolutely. And everything they do promotes the community that they support, and they do a great job.
Oh, yeah.
They're not only giving jobs to people with developmental disabilities, but they're doing important work in the community.
Yeah.
Like, all around the community.
Yeah. I don't know that there's a better program. Yeah, and if you want to get in touch with them and find out just exactly what they're doing in their community and maybe find a way to have them do something in yours, it's real simple. Go to thinkabilityfirst.com. Now, I feel like this second half of the show, we could probably just close our eyes and go autopilot. We've been to Medicine Park. We've uttered the words Medicine Park
20,000 times?
20,000 times in the last half a decade.
We have, but I think we might have overlooked this little piece.
Which
Medicine Park is, it's peaceful. It's got a gorgeous landscape.
Yeah.
There are a ton of activities, restaurants, festivals, and it's really an absolute must-visit spot in Oklahoma.
Yeah, according to many magazines and many news stories, yes.
But most people are unaware that it really had a completely different start. It's Oklahoma's oldest health resort town.
I do recall doing a little bit of research and seeing that.
So a man named John William Elmer Thomas found this patch of land in 1908 with a little help from some local native tribes. He was drawn to the peaceful creek, the hills, the wildlife, but he really fell in love with the round rocks that littered the area.
Yeah.
Those cobblestones are the town's buildings.
Yeah, they are the cornerstone, the bedrock, the foundation,
the walls, the roofs.
Walls, everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So during the 1920s, Medicine Park became a wellness resort where visitors could splash in nearby Bath Lake, take long walks in the foothills, and enjoy a more tranquil piece of life. Dude, there's a huge list of celebrities that went here for the health benefits.
Right.
Air quotes. Dude, Will Rogers,
Not shocking.
President Franklin Roosevelt.
Okay. Matthew McConaughey.
I'm absolutely positive that if he has not been, he would enjoy it.
What would his review be? All right. It's tuna salad. It's tuna salad at Menson Park. It's terrible.
But honestly, people went there for the longest time because Bath Lake had healing properties. I've swam in it quite a few times. I'm not 100% sure that it has healing properties, but I will say that it's cold in the summertime, and it's even colder in the wintertime. Are we doing that again this year? The polar bears plunge?
I've put it out there. I feel like we have to, and I feel like we need to invite a group this time. I think we need to have the gathering of, we've got followers now.
We are rapidly approaching 70,000 followers on social media.
Yeah. We need a name.
Do we?
Yeah.
I have no idea. We can leave that open.
I have that Jim Croce song. I got a name. Remember that song?
Yes.
We need to come up with a name.
We absolutely do, but I don't think it's our name to come up with.
It's not. It is. They are Legion.
They are, and we have some feedback from said Legion
that
I wanted to touch base on Instagram. Nate Diggity.
Oh, okay.
In reference to the Stone Cloud Brewing Company episode, said in Oklahoma City, he prefers Broke Brewing and Core 4, and in Tulsa, he says Cabin Boys and Nothing's Left.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we actually have some fans that are interested in brewing companies, so I think you and I are going to have a few more beers than we've done over the last couple of years.
I'm just not a beer guy. I'm not gonna pretend to be. I'm just not a beer.
I'm not a beer guy either.
I like a regular beer. I don't want like an orange Starburst. You know what I mean?
I don't know. When I went to Stone Cloud Brewing Company, like I said, it's been a minute since I was there, but the beer was good and it was cold.
Yeah.
And I'm not a beer snob.
I don't care.
So I think I think we could be open without being pretentious about
it. Dude, I can get a coffee at 7-Eleven. I don't care. There's nothing where I'm like, yeah, but I only want to get it here. I'm the last guy.
Hold on. You are. There's one thing.
What?
Miracle Whip.
Whip. I don't, you know what? I haven't bought a jar of Miracle Whip in years.
You have to have it on your chicken fried steak sandwiches.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but that's a thing.
Yeah, but that's a thing. You are a snob about that thing.
I'm a snob about that.
You and your Miracle Whip.
And my Duke's mayo. Can somebody in Oklahoma come up with an Oklahoma mayo? Honestly, you're making this too difficult. It's buttermilk. It's egg whites. I mean, come on. Let's make a freaking mayonnaise for Oklahoma.
Made in Oklahoma mayonnaise. Is it out there?
Mayo. M-I-O mayo. Mayo.
Mayo, Oklahoma.
Mayo. Yeah.
Let's get it going.
Yeah.
I just want like a small finder's fee for that.
Unless I have to go to the Mayo Clinic from eating too much mayo. Oh my gosh. Well, look, we'll do what Nate did. Do what everybody's doing. Send us feedback. Let us know what you think. Tell us where the best place to get a beer with 20 different flavors to choose from. All of it. OnlyinOKShow@gmail.com. But more importantly, we're into the season now. Time is flying by, man. It is Thanksgiving.
It's coming up this week.
And from our house, I'm going to do it. I've always wanted to do this.
All right.
And from our house to your house, have a blessed Thanksgiving.
This has been the Only an OK Show. New shows every week. I'm Harley.
I'm Brett.
We're out of here.
Yes. With care and dedication. A long-distance dedication.
He who handles the daily operations of the farm, he tends to the cattle, manages the vegetable. Senor Robert, Senor Robert, come quick! One of the cows! Senor Robert, come quickly! The cows have escaped! They're headed for Willow Beverage Company!
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and welcome to the show, Heritage Farm and Ranch. You didn't even put an intro to it, bro. Like you've done nothing to the show.
What are you talking about?
There it is. 3,
And 3, 2, 1. Today we are talking about Zero Rubber. It's Senorita Aubrey and here. All of the kids in Medicine Park, and we're talking about a cattle and getting a hamburger. We're going to have a hamburger. A sausage, the hamburger meat. Zero Rubber, he make a good cinnamon muffin with a ground beef cinnamon muffin.
right, 3, 2, 1. That's usually when you burp. So I was waiting to see what you're in. What secrets you can behold, Mr. I can eat food. Mr. I can eat regular meals right now. I can't believe that you would rather me not have my medicine than to have it here and spend time with it. It's just wild. That's the whole thing. Yeah, you can't be here. You can't stay here. All right, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show today. We're going from farm straight to the counter. I can't believe that I just gave up. I literally gave up on any input with, I don't know how many intros that I've read that there's no way I would have tolerated it up until now. I've really let go. I've really let myself go.
Dude, you've been doing my intros for 10 years now.
You used to go, can you add a little comedy to it? I'm like, no. 3, 2, 1.